Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute. This music isn't right. The scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, and mornings. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTN. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's indiecd.org. Your one-stop shop for the best in the artists and musicians. We're also made possible by sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe. They are all part of our ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others. The Big Stumpy Robots line of books and games. And of course, Hates and Hellfire. A dark secret has claimed two lives and is hunting at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat against the forces of dark. Christmas morn, folks. I hope holiday, those of you who celebrate. And I hope you are going to have a lovely wind down for the rest of this year. Before we get into any further, there was a technical issue wherein yours truly was setting up had it routed to the Historical Fencing Guild channel, but not the Nick Tockert channel. I got that fixed. Thank you for your patience. Just a tired button slip. Once recognized, it was easy to fix. But let's get into it. I had a lovely Christmas. I was very well gifted, but for me, I was able to, get some presents into people's hands that really I and deserved them, and brought some joy to some folks. That's sharing love and joy and making is what the holiday is about. I got to eat. I drove home last night, got home around 3:30. So I'm kind of riding the pain train right now pretty hard. So if I seem a little, I'm waiting for some meds to kick in. But it was really wonderful. An amazing evening, afternoon and evening with my parents and with my brother. Uh, Max Ricky was not available to make it this year. He had other obligations, and I got to see nephews, and I love my nieces and nephews. They are a lovely, lovely bunch, and yeah, I take Christmas gift very seriously. Still waiting to hear about a couple that didn't come in on time around here, but Xander's being very patient about that. Uh, but I got to see my dad and my mom enjoy what I was able to give them, and in part I have to thank you, because my mom's gift was a leather bound book of a whole bunch of the landscape paintings that I have done for actually this show and this channel for my Wednesday episodes. When we break down the art time with Nick and or for fun drawing. Because of the schedule and situation, my parents catch very often. So it was a real surprise for her, and she really appreciated it. Managed to make the old man laugh a few times. And I got my brother genuinely surprised. And I of his Amazon cart, which was very cool. All the kids loved what they got. It was a win across the board. And is Mandy was so happy. She got a spinning wheel that I had my parents pick up because it was a very good price, and I got into working order. It would have been in working order. Not make a trip to Menards to get hardware in the time since I've had it without having to explain why I needed very specific nuts and bolts of things. So a little bit Christmas morning before we headed out for our adventure to see my folks, and she got a Guandao trainer, polypropylene trainer. I'll probably mention that a bit on tonight's Historical Fencing Guild. It was nice to be able to be generous to folks. It was nice to have very intellectual, very theoretical conversations with my parents. It was nice to really get to spend some time. Both my eldest niece, Maria, who doesn't always, and my eldest nephew, little Max, who's much taller than me, and he's a wrestler, and his season turned 13-2. Oh boy, dominated. I try not to talk much about my family, in part. Sometimes people get weird, and I don't want any weirdness from the internet ever to kind of go their way. But it was so good to see them and see everybody healthy. Mom still has several surgeries coming down the pipe, has a few rather unpleasant surgeries come. Uh, he had a dental implant that actually got rejected, and he's had a rough run. Been dealing with that and seeing everybody and having everybody be together and happy. That really meant the world to me. It's a shame Ricky couldn't make it, but it was a good time seeing everybody. It was a good time doing what I love. And honestly, it was a nice, even if the curse of still continues to haunt me. I would slow down, even if there hadn't been a car for miles. I would suddenly have a car with lights on, just trying to, the back bump. It's fine, but I want to remind you guys, it's the busiest shopping day of the year, so stay home. Stay home. Don't go do it. You can get things later. Just rest. You don't need to be out in that crowd. And if you're staying at home, why not work out some of your creations? Maybe you can bang something out. If not, you'll have a good on next year. I know I have a tremendous amount of work I have to do on my house. I have a tremendous amount of work I have to do continuing to do on my study. And I'm hoping with Mandy's going to be home for a bit. We can, it'll be easier for me to get that sort of thing done. But nothing going to happen around the Tockert household, because recovery is going to be, and we still have plans to deal with some stuff tomorrow, including the acquisition of a treadle. So we're going to be doing all sorts of stuff and seeing some more relatives. And then finally, I get my holiday time being the chunk of time between the last holiday party at Christmas and New Year's, where I can just sort of enjoy the lights that are still up and people hustling and not have any stress on me. Things always try to interrupt it, but it's a good time. It's a very good time. Now, I am feeling it today. Turned off my usual alarm. And thank God Mandy was off today. She's like, hey, Nick, isn't it getting close to time for your show? Like, oh, shoot. Run through the house. But that's the way things happen some days. And it's worth, because when you are doing something you are passionate about and you're using that passion to help people and to create something that might just be a little bit than things were beforehand, it gets good. And Mandy and I had so much. There may have been a massive just ringing of the gong and firing of Nerf darts yesterday morning to make sure Xander was awake. It was a good time. And those are the times we should hold golden, we should hold bright, regardless of what may be coming down the pipe, regardless of storms and conflict and fear. These are the moments that will matter. And the thing is, if I won $1 billion tomorrow, these would still be the moments that matter to me. Because all the money in the world isn't going to give me more time with my mom, more time with my dad, more opportunities to hear the old stories about war and gore and geopolitics and old family adventures and coming together to eat vast sums of meat. I'm a little wistful, and wistful is important. I think wistful is something that has to happen. So I'm letting myself enjoy that before my nose goes back to the grindstone. I did not finish the holiday story in time. It's okay. It'll get banged. I have things that are near completion that I want to get out for next year. And I have so much preparation for things to do next year that I am quietly, cautiously, with no new year, new me garbage, coming into 2026, fully aware of the potential situations, but choosing to focus on the positives that I can feasibly achieve. And while acknowledging the things I'm scared of and the things I dread and the things I really expect to see in one form or another, I think if we can continue walking together towards as bright a future as we can manage, as good at times as we can beg, borrow, or steal, I'm gonna truck. Lydia's still up. She's probably a bit hungover. Are you hungover, dear? Oh wow, all your darts are missing. You really are. Oh no, you still have one left. Well, that's okay. Looks. Did you party with Nita? Anyway, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful ongoing holiday season to through into New Year's. And with that, guys, I hope you stay safe. I hope everything is groovy. And I'll be back in. All right, folks, we're going to go right into the chat because me wisting. I don't think that's a verb. I know one can be wistful. I don't know if wisting is a verb, like possibly an ancient verb. It can be careful because the English language is but puns. And if I can't find a word to say what I need to, I will manufacture something close enough to get it through. But first through the door Carl Witzman, good morning, everyone. Didn't channel, so I'm going to hear it. Got it fixed. I hope all's okay. Yeah, there mild routing typo. I clicked the wrong bump on setup in StreamYard. It just happens. Hoping it was typo. Yep. Not that Amanda took him out with their Christmas gift. Oh my! Oh, that'll be the first time. No, she is delighted, and importantly, if she's delighted doing that, delighted to facilitate, because it's all about building people back up. Looks askance at Woodsman dude. On the bright side, it's the day and 60 degrees in central Illinois. Yes. And I want to give a heads up that the weather Sunday, last I saw, and I'm going to real quick double check if it is going to go from 61 to 18 Sunday. So, it's going to be a spread. So guys, enjoy today and tomorrow, because Sunday we go back into the freezer. And with that rapid change in matters, I expect not much to be, but I'm enjoying it. And issue with channel fixed. Good job, Joe. Wow. Because I couldn't have done it. No, it must be Joe. Oh, that's true. That is a fair assumption to jump to, in all honesty. Yay. I will stay here for 2 minutes of watch time. Drop my life, then I'll move over. Well, thank you, sir. Yay. Phew. Better get to conjuring audience members. Oh, please do. Betelgeuse. Bay. B. Arthur has joined the chat. I guess heaven does have Wi-Fi. No. Dawn. Was there a problem? It got fixed. Might as well say it. Like and share, folks. Yeah, an internet problem, but Joe fixed it just in time. Hey, Foxy, the episode was showing up on IndieCD, but not here. Go, Joe! IT Joe is there. IT Joe, real American hero. Oh God! My problem is I saw the whole logo. The real internet hero. Yeah. Hey, Foxy. Hi. How are you doing, Foxy? And hi, Donna. I'm sorry. I'm amused. Directly join the channel. Thank you, Botrix and Morning Dawn. Folks, that Dawn tells stories, does videos about her cats, Buddy and Georgette, her fanciful felines. You can read about them on Facebook. And support Dawn whenever possible, wherever possible, in whatever way you can get away with. We love Dawn. Now back. Let's see. I have to find where I was. Morning. Charcoal. Why is Dad's voice booming off the box? I'm pretty chilly this morning. Time for blankets and dog. My fat brain went, chili dog? Oh, hi, Dawn. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Dawn. Sorry I missed you yesterday. Dawn was the ninja puzzler last night. Yes, I got to see. She sent me a time lapse of her doing the puzzle of the picture that commissioned me to do for Dawn. It was delightful. Not sure how long I'll be hanging around. Got some errands to run with Ted, so I suppose I should try to look presentable. Oh my. Hello, Grim. How are you? Um, there will be tea to discuss, but almost all of it will be of the mostly chipper sweet tea variety. So you will get that as a cognizant and assorted medications kick in and define presentable. Red sequence, uh, red sequined cocktail dress. Anyway, hey, Grim, everybody's green. I love peeking my head in before I haul myself. Oh, I don't know where I got the love. I got the love because I have love for churro. Hello, my dear. How are you? And I did start to watch a little bit while I was waiting for everything to rattle down of the fascinating video you mentioned about sharkodiles, basically being marine reptiles from the assorted dinosaur periods. And I too am rather passionate about marine. Shockingly, the plesiosaur will always be my favorite for obvious reasons. And if I'm expected to get into that, I can't because I am not a cryptid. But what I am is someone with great taste in the much of the books that I read, like this one.
From the moment Security Chief Michael Fassino heard her lilting voice, he was smitten with the Irish lady in distress. But what's invaded his home station at Caladar? And what's that Irish voice doing in his head?
You can find all of Donna Carlene's books on Lulu.com. Find out more about her on the NDCD page at ndcd.org.
Alrighty. And I got to see some of the loot Churro got for Christmas. She did very well. I didn't want to commit to a specific time because I wasn't sure someone was going to be feeling. And that's just going to be your future for a while. And we will understand. Man, I don't look like I came in raggedy and poofy at all. So don't worry. As long as I am in your circle, has a sliding scale. Hey, Grim. Hey, Nick. Met on Society's Presentable. Churro. Carl. Hey, Churro. Hey, Grim and Churro. Joe's like, I didn't fix anything. I just got here and am starting to move around. Did himself? Wow, impressed. Woo, I actually accomplished something. I can do things right once in a while. Wow, way to go, Nick. Thank you. And hello to Joe. When things have a tendency to break around you, you come up with interesting fixes. I've heard you're well gifted, Nick. If it's moving and isn't supposed to. WD-40 if it's supposed to be moving and isn't. On Don's Puzzle Time, there was a Muncie pimp. No idea who they were talking about. No idea. Nope, not a clue. Okay, before we get to the next set of comments, because they're beautiful, I just hope whatever song about a Muncie pimp was delicious. You know. Who is the one Captain Muncie's no one else can call? Can you dig it? Anyway, good morning, friends. Good morning, Angelina. How are you? Good morning. Back and hi and waves and good morning, Nick and all. to you. How you doing? Did you have a nice Christmas? Are you? I had a nice Christmas. We are in the pause between where we're gonna hopefully do a good deal of house cleaning, and I am going to nap a lot. And Xander's going to get to relax with his presence. Going to just kind of pause and do a bit of recovery before round 2 of Christmasing, where we go see Mandy's side of the family. See my little brother Ricky, so I will be shamelessly harassing him about that, but lovingly. Cat, Carl, Foxy. Yeah, Cat is pretty dang foxy. Anyway, how you guys doing? And we got, hey, Donna, I'm back. I'm back again. Making myself presentable. Shush, Carl. Pinky wiggles Dawn. You're a writer. Nick, you can make up words. Woohoo! Manufacture words. It came through as NDCD. You fixed it. Woohoo! And good morning, Chris Walker. Hope all of you had an enjoyable and Merry Christmas. It was a quiet day for me. Well, sometimes those are very pleasant. Dawn? It's pretty quiet for us too, Chris. I prefer it that way. My babies. 9 likes. We're almost to double digits. Given the difficulties we have, okay. Get away. LOL. You know me. It's all about getting away with what I can. Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris. I'm good, Nick. I'm watching more videos on prehistoric water creatures. Big fan of whales. Oh my gosh, like the Basilosaurus and the toothed whales are awesome. As is the one of the few predators of the Canadian moose is a killer whale, because moose like to go into large bodies of water, swim down, and graze at the bottom, and occasionally they do so in the... Mom got me a bubble pit kit, and I'll be making that sometime today. That's fun. Wait. A red sequin cocktail dress to the courthouse? FY, that's where Ted works, for those who don't know. You... attention. You would shock and wake everyone up, and it would be delightful. Remember, anything is an event if you dress like it is. Thanks for playing my ad. Always a pleasure. Thanks for writing that book. Might as well turn some heads, Dawn. Yeah, like red sequin dress. You can guess what she's here for. And speaking of WD-40, I'm attacking the door of the truck later. It's awful. If you can get to it, if you have a shot at getting the lithium grease variety, it will work very, very good. Because WD-40 actually, it breaks up rust and it seals, but as a lubricant for long term like that, you want something with a bit more viscosity. So they make a white lithium grease one that works amazing for such things. And yes, Foxy, you'll bring out, it is Cheese Week! The holiday where whenever possible you sit around and you eat cheese. And my only resolution for New Year's is to lock in on math for upcoming SATs. Scary. Get her done, kiddo. Knock that out and start planning a future for yourself, because right now I know a huge gaggle of teens and 20-somethings who are approaching the future completely without direction or plans. And while the future is pretty intimidating right now, we still have to work on that. So yes, knock that bad boy out and study for it. Don't do like I did. not only did I not study for the SATs, I was not notified I was taking them till that day. Wherein I went, okay, well, this will be an honest assessment of me. And I went in and I took them. And everyone around me was freaking the freak out. And I'm like, I'm missing something, but okay, it's just a multiple choice test. If I crash it, I'll just take it over. My give-a-dang was firmly busted. And now this was the old scale. The old scale of the SATs, I scored on the English and 630 on the math for a 1,300 out of a possible 1,400 with completely no effort. So I did okay. PSATs. I'm going to be a sophomore, LOL. I forget that. You are so composed. I know 40-year-olds approaching the future without direction. Well, I'm working on it. My heart rejoices by what I'm about to say. My heart is so happy. Churro says, I'm working on it. You seriously made me consider college. I'm just thinking what to major in. Honestly, considering psychology or criminal science. Both are wonderful fields. Absolutely. Oof. Raise his hand as 40-something without direction. Well, you're also happily married-ish. You know what I mean. You have your dog. Life seems like it is going pretty good. You're working on projects. Sometimes you get where you are and you go, this is okay. I don't need a lot of direction because I don't want to leave. And as long as you're happy and feeling fulfilled and are able to make ends meet one way or another, have no idea why that hill was one I had such a hard time getting over. Honestly, you are an exemplary person in a very economically challenged and educationally challenged community. It's going to be very important that people remind you of your potential and set you as best as possible on a course where not only will you be able to manifest the gift of your potential through hard work, which you're fully capable of, you'll also do it in fields that can provide a service to others. And that is very important. Liquid Wrench really does a good job on lubrication too. It does. It's Liquid Wrench is wonderful stuff. And Carl says, if true, I'd be happy to advise. And that's the thing. Heck yeah, people who are somewhat educated on that now. And I think speaking with Carl would be a resource because he knows far more than I, and he is far more successful in the deployment of his degree than I was. Well, my degree is odd. I've lived an odd life, and I've deployed it in odd ways. That should surprise no one. But what might surprise someone is just how wonderfully fun this game that so many of us play and how useful the book Carl has written and continually edits for free on the subject is.
It's time to scan, that is the plan with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a cap, so here's our rep. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we've got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too. Munsey is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your chair. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too.
When we start talking about plans, I do hope that Don and Carl can do another program about, Munsey and Munsey progress. It would be really good, I think, for Dawn, because with what she's dealing with, she's also going to have to remember to schedule in time for her needs and to escape the line of thought. Carl have a psych class. I had to go to another bigger school to get it. And Kat says chair, and Carl says chair. And what? That sucks. My school has one, but all my periods are full. I'm going to ask my counselor about taking it next year. Excellent. Dawn got off her chair early. And yes, work with that counselor. Make him or her work for you. Good point. Thank you. There are a lot of things I believe, and one thing I believe, one is the importance of anyone who is running a program on the internet, especially that proclaims to have any educational content whatsoever, to be all, it's so intimidating word, I don't know. To be able to use those phrases and then redirect you to people more versed in a given subject is something you can use as a marker. If somebody cannot mechanically say, I don't know, you don't want their advice. So yes, that's part of why I love the Independent Creator Directory. It's part of why I run this programming, so that people of vaguely academic interests, creative, literary, and artistic interests can speak with people. It's like I really would that Graham is speaking Kat, because Kat has done many gallery showings, and since Grimm can't go to the art school, it gives an alternate option for finding some of that finer education. So yes, and if you have the capacity and expertise, not just knowledge, but tested and applicable expertise in a field. And I don't care what it is. I don't care if you're just good at turning a wrench. I don't care if you're I don't care if you're at gardening or writing grant submissions, whatever it is you are passionate about, and you are informed, you should reach out and you should share that knowledge with everybody that you can in as accessible a format as you can afford to. Free, because right now the world is so self-serving, so greedy by design to a malicious level that we need to use the opportunity and free access points like YouTube or Twitch or Kick. I get paid by on Kick far more than I've ever made, and I love my subscribers over there. You guys rule. But opportunity to to do good and make positive changes. And true period I have open is a finance class that I have no interest in. Sad. You need that. I wish better attention in my finance class when they were provided. Anything you can get like that, you need to understand that. You will not like that world, most likely, but you need to understand as much of that as possible, because I'm currently trying to continue my education in that world. And it's colliding with my historical ending. And I'm getting some rather complex theories banding around as my brain spools up. Unfortunately, I'm something of a dabbling philosopher, which is really good for being helpful if it's manifested right, but really bad at making money. Don't be like me. Thank you. I will try to make time. We'll keep trying to make me time. I think once we get plan of action during the above the shoulders appointment will help. Absolutely. Just, you don't have to face any of this alone. You don't have to isolate yourself. Somebody who has made that mistake. Don't. Please let us be a source of a source of distraction. Peace. Hold on, because I know this is coming. Not the green room, guys. For you. We will meet with his entire cancer team that day. Excellent. Carl says, okay, I'll start my online psych show next year. Yeah, time Carl got Keisha. Woohoo! Pinky wiggles viciously. Boring but necessary, churro. Speaking of Keisha, anyone heard anything about her? It's been quite a while since I've heard. Last I heard, Keisha's does stuff over on not the Madness Network. John D. Pica's outfit. And the name for it just fell off my extreme prejudice. And she was doing streams over there for quite some time. Joey has already threatened a paracord line to drift away. Don. Although Hoey is Joe's street persona, because $20 is $20. Anyway, no. Some of us regularly study knot tying techniques. If you drift away, you will be found, you'll be located, and you will be contained. I will go full SCP Foundation on you. Secure, contain, protect. We can make that happen. Be afraid. Be very afraid. It depends on who's teaching you. My general business teacher told me to find a career in anything, but not with math. I went to work at the Russ Township. Commissioner taught me bookkeeping. He made numbers fun, found me a job as a bookkeeper. Then I got an opportunity to tell that teacher I was a bookkeeper. Sweet revenge. I thought Hoey was not Joe's bro. Hoey, don't play that. Wow. Into that level of shenanigan. I know, Dawn. I know, it's just shocking. But what I also is that Tash over at Sisters of the Hook is an awesome person, and it's time we heard from her. All right. I think we've come to the point where everybody is pretty relaxed. Everybody is pretty chill. And it looks like there's a lot of great advice being gathered to support our own churro and our own. You think you're missing out on the commentary, Grim? That you are delightfully mistaken. We are here to support you too, but I think I'm going to call it a couple minutes early so that I can tend to some stuff that has, and it looks like everybody is really relaxed. I should be back on at 8 p.m. on the Historical Fencing Guild channel and everywhere else you usually see me for the Historical Fencing Guild live stream, where we're going to talk, well, we might talk scaled weapons. I might be able to show off what I got, Mandy. Great big tassel. There's a big tassel that I have. No, there it is. I told her I had a big tassel for it. But I also know she would not like the big tassel on the weapon. It would distract her. So I'm going to be taking care of that. Oh, my hair is curling into my ears. Green. Do not make me bring a step ladder into the green room. I am fully capable of a step ladder. I've seen me do it. Run a couple more ads and I'm going to wrap up, I think, guys.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho. Santa-Stein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Hi, I'm Auntie Foxy, and I'm a crafting addict. I make custom jewelry from recycled materials, and Foxy has wares if you have coin. You can find me at ndcd.org/about-auntie-foxy. I hope to see you there.
And of course, it isn't one of my shows without running.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
You can go through the last few set of comments, and then we'll call it. LOL. I just climbed the drawers like a normal short person. 1, indeed. 2, if you need up there, a large number of people will be happy to set you up on the counter for, shall we say, ease of access. 2, Chris says he changed. You're talking about back of the Cereal Box Network. He said he was going to shut it down. He goes back and forth between hyped and depressed. Yeah, I have noticed that about Mr. Pica. I just want to make sure that Keisha and everyone is doing well over there, and let them know that they are in my thoughts. Now we're going to talk about. Dawn says, "I give Ted 30 pounds. And give Foxy and Nick each, and oh my, it all depends on what she's doing. But how delightful of you. Yes. Fun fact, I have found that weight loss when you are wishing the weight on someone else, so it doesn't leave the universe either as a curse or a blessing. So I have a lot of weight carry that I would happily donate to expanding Ted's health. I'll donate some insulation to Ted too. I have plenty. Don't do yourself up too much, Dawn. Thanks for playing my ad, Nick. So have a great weekend, y'all. And you too. And for people at Christmas time. Kat, you are an unsung hero. Now, guys, it is Friday. We have the weekend. We are barreling towards Eve. Yes, enjoy Cheese Week, everyone. You know, maybe slip some extra cheese to Trey in the mail. I don't know. Heck, mail Foxy some cheese too. Everyone, yay! Cheese, cheers. Later, though. But I just want to take a moment and say how much I appreciate having a group of wonderful support people, some of which are crazy enough to be my patrons, to help me not live an incredibly isolated life due to my is and a wonder I cannot put to work. So thank you for braving the early morning hours and the grim weather and Grim, hey Grim, to come out and see a silly guy in a Hawaiian shirt try to keep everybody happy. I'm looking forward to next week. We're going to have a lot of we want to do for the coming year. And then we're just going to make it happen. All right, guys? So please keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating. You can edit it, you can improve it, but you can't edit a blank. I love you, and you should too. Toodles. And eat that cheese. Yeah. It's so good.